Hey guys, DJ Wonder Chrissy back at it here again today. And we have something totally different for you today. Um, there is a social media influencer, political commentator out there on various medium platforms by the name of Adam Francisco. And I reached out to Adam and was able to secure an interview with Adam, and I wanted to share that with you guys here today. Adam is a up and coming social media guy in the political sphere, and I decided to take a chance. And here's how that interview went. I see, according to YouTube, you've been at it for about 5 years. Can you tell us how your channel started out?
Yeah, my name's Adam Francisco. I've been doing political YouTube for 3 years. My channel's 5 years old, but if you go back to my oldest videos, you're going to see I had no theme. It was just random videos I would post once in a while about dogs, food, or traveling. I didn't really have a theme yet, and it was only until August 2020 when I did my first YouTube video that kind of took off. When I was in Orlando, I decided to put on a Trump hat and go to Orlando and just film the reactions from people and engage with my fellow citizens, because I thought that there were not a lot of Mexican-American immigrants going out there as a Trump supporter and engaging with people. There was this media narrative that it was only white guys that were from like the middle of America that supported Trump. And I said, that's
So Adam, some folks on social media have described you as Florida's darkest white supremacist.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they'd have you believe. But I was born in Mexico. I was adopted at birth by a American family from New York City, a Jewish mom, Christian father, and so I was raised Jewish. And so I'm an immigrant to this country through adoption. And I grew up in a very democratic household. I remember in 2008, my mom told me to go vote for Obama because the Democrats were the good guys. And I also went to all the pride parades as an ally, straight ally for, LGBTQ, trans, and all that stuff. And I was just living a liberal lifestyle in New York without kind of realizing it. I was pro-choice. I thought guns were bad. I thought no human was illegal. I thought all the things that Democrats would have you believe. And it was only until I really reflected on what was going on in the U.S. back in 2019 where I became what I call Trump curious, right? I wasn't sure if I liked Trump or not, but I finally gave the man a chance. And then in 2020, when the world went to shit with COVID and then the riots, I felt like, this is all crazy. I think Republicans are onto something because they seem to take a more common sense approach to all the issues. And that's when I decided to come out as a Trump sexual, and embrace Trump and become a Republican. And here we are 3 years later. My YouTube channel has 60,000 subs. My TikTok has 100,000 subs. But I'm pretty heavily everywhere, which is unfortunate. But I still fight every day on my YouTube channel to be out there and push what I believe is the correct narrative.
In doing research for this interview, Adam, we saw quite a few videos where you're out on the streets with a couple of dogs.
I did, but this was the other one you saw in the video. Her name is Cloud. This is the other one. I have these guys, Cloud and Sunlight. So the dogs, I bring them with me everywhere because my Shih Tzu is a service dog, actually. This is a service dog. My York, he's new, he's young. He's replacing the other one, who was also a service dog. But what I've learned is when I bring them with me places, a lot of people gravitate towards me. They want to come over, pet the dog, say hi. And that opens the opportunity for me to say, hey, by the way, I'm doing an interview as well. Do you want to be in my channel? So it's been very useful to have them with me as service dogs.
If anything, Adam, I gotta say you definitely have balls, because I saw a recent video of you waving a Trump flag in the center of Times Square in New York City. Tell us about that.
So I was just going to say, like, a lot of people say that going to Times Square with a Trump flag by myself is very courageous, but What people have to understand is I was diagnosed with a terminal illness a year and a half ago. So to me, once that kind of happened, it really just made me more, I don't really give a shit about the left. Like I'm not really fearful anymore of them, because I'm already facing such a pretty terrible illness every day of my life now that's the real threat to me, you know? So, I mean, before I was diagnosed, I would get death threats from the left, and I would be really like nervous about it, right? I would like lock the door. I'd lock my door. I'd go to the kitchen. I'd grab my knife and I'd sit in the couch like, is someone coming right now? Like, what's going to happen? I just got a death threat. Oh my God. Now I'm like, I just got the biggest death threat of life, which is a terminal illness. So I don't really care what the left throws at me anymore. So in a way, it made me actually a lot more, a lot bolder, a lot braver. So yeah, it's definitely, in a way, it's helped my YouTube career, because I'm willing to, you know, really be aggressive and bold now with what I do. But you know, you made a wonderful donation to my Go Give Send Go, and I'm eternally grateful for people like you, because it is difficult to work when you have such an illness. So I pray for health for everybody. I want everyone to stay healthy. That's the most important thing, because after health, you can do everything else in the world, including YouTube channel, protesting peacefully, you know, doing all the stuff that we like to do on the streets.
Tell me, Adam, in the last 6 months, do you think that people are actually waking up?
I saw a stat today that only 1/3 of Americans vote, which is pretty crazy if you think about it. You know, we have 350 million Americans or so, and I think last election 150 million voted. That's almost half, actually. But typically, when you look at local elections, like today, there's an election in certain states. Not a lot of people vote. It's pretty sad, actually. We need to definitely get more people to wake up. But I think what we're seeing in the polling for next year, for the election, is people are waking up. You know, you look at the 6 key swing states, Trump is winning in 5. I think people are having a lot of regret. I think people are seeing how presidents affect, you know, a lot of table issues such as inflation, gas prices, your economy, your mortgage, your crime, your war, your safety. All this kind of stuff kind of comes together through presidencies. And even if people say, oh, the president doesn't determine the policies, the president's rhetoric has an impact on the people. You know, people, they buy stocks, sell stocks based on fear a lot of the time. So, you know, presidents do have an impact. And I think with Trump, when you have a strong leader like him, when you have a man who, you know, shoots it straight and he has an economy to back him up, we're going to see that people are going to feel better and they're going to respond better. They're going to go spend more money in the economy. They're going to go out. They're going to buy more things because they're feeling richer. The average American today feels very poor. 70% of Americans are poor because they're living paycheck to paycheck. 80% of Americans are one catastrophe away from going bankrupt. WeWork just announced bankruptcy, and you know, at their peak, they were worth $37 billion. WeWork, and now they're worth nothing. They're bankrupt, and a lot of that has to do, I believe, with COVID. You know, taking people out of the working space, saying that you can work from home, that devastated WeWork's momentum.